because, you know, there's quite a lot of information shared, and we think that it would be a useful thing to be able to put into our toolkit, so that, you know, you can go back and review it, or you can share it with other members of your team. Joining us on the call today, we have Kerin, Julia, Jordan and Jane, and we're also joined by the newest member of our team, Tara, who joined us at the beginning of January, and she'll be supporting us in the membership team. So if you've got any queries or questions and you start seeing a response from Tara and you think, I don't recognise that name, here she is. Okay. We don't have any guest speakers today, so it's just all members of the team. So it's just about bringing you up to date with what's going on with the MIA. So first and foremost, I wanted to let you know about the amendments and the changes that have been made to the AIM Secure accreditation. I'm sure a number of you will have gone through AIM Secure in the past, but I just wanted to let you know that it's being done slightly differently. We're now splitting it into 5 commitment areas, and they are to create a safe environment, use business regulations effectively, use employment regulations to safeguard your staff, build a business family, and contribute to protecting the environment. And it will still cover many things that you'll have seen before, but we've certainly, you know, changed things around, like green sustainability, you know, how you're working in there. So when it comes to your renewal of membership for the venues, you will be asked to recomplete the accreditation because it is new. It also covers things like protect duty, whether you're actually making sort of steps to get ready for that as well. So please look out for that. There are still the other elements, which are the code of ethical conduct and the venues facilities grading, that are still in that form as well. So that's the first thing. I'm going to hand you over to Kerin now, because Kerin's going to talk to you about our AIM Higher accreditation. So over to you, Kerin.
Thanks very much, Katie. And just carrying on before I move on to AIM Higher, which is something that's kind of been around but not been around for some time. The whole AIM process has been streamlined to make it more efficient, very relevant for the world that we're in now. And one of the things, and as I say, Katie may have touched on this, what we're looking to do as mandatory is we require, obviously, the lead from your group of venues or your organisations, whoever the lead is, as many members of staff. They're not mandatory, but it's the lead, the general manager and the HR manager. So this is what we're looking at as just key contacts for your organisations. These are, we feel there are so many people that we want to engage with, but these are the key roles that we feel we need to engage with, especially what's happening with regards to Martin's Law, student evolution and the MIA, working with the over 50s, that there's just so much that I feel that those roles should be and would be interested in. So please take that away with you. So we are an accredited association, and AIM is our raison d'etre, and there's so much more, as you hopefully all know, that you get as being part of membership. But we are embarking on shining a spotlight on our, let's say, our next step. Jordan is working tirelessly on a campaign to elevate your excellence. So we are the best of the best, but to be the best of the best with, you know, gold and spotlight is where we're at. We really want to raise awareness of our members through our AIM Higher opportunity. And this is an assessment where an individual will go into your organisation and work with you to ensure that all of what you do is absolutely the best that it can be. So look out for the campaign. We'll be sharing that with you probably mid to late February. And if anybody's interested in that, take a look at the website, because there is a page on the website that gives you that kind of step by step in regards to being the best of the best. Now, we've never, although, 2.5 years into my role, we've never shone a spotlight on our AIM Hire members, but we will be doing that with a bespoke webpage and so on. But that's all part and parcel of Jordan's campaign. So please look out for that. And if anybody wants to know more, or wants to share some feedback, and if we have any AIM Hire members, then please let us know, because it's really important for us. Membership and value is really important, and taking us to the next level is important as we step our toe into the international water. But we're not talking about that today, but that's as much as I'll say. So I'm going to hand back to you, Katie, and we'll take any questions at all. We're doing a lot of talking at you, and this miaMeets is almost our coffee morning, our water cooler moment. So yeah, have a conversation with us. Please don't let us talk at you, because, as I say, we are covering a lot. Katie, back over to you.
Okay, thank you, Karen. We'll shortly be launching our meetings intelligence platform, which some of you will probably have known previously as Touchstone. We feel that the name Meetings Intelligence actually reflects the system more than Touchstone. It actually means more. And for our members that are using the system to get their customer feedback, getting an email from Meetings Intelligence makes more sense as well. For those members that are using the Touchstone feedback currently, we're also reducing the number of questions that are asked at the point of post-event feedback. Before we were asking, I think, 20 plus questions. It's now being reduced down to 12. So that is obviously another, I think that's beneficial. We're also committed to working with the providers of PMS systems to get API feeds working. We've actually got a sort of new contact moving one forward for us at the moment. So please watch this space. Hopefully we'll be sharing some news soon that we've actually got another PMS system able to have an API feed with us. I'm going to throw you over to Jordan, who's going to talk to you about social media. So over to you, Jordan.
Thank you very much, Katie. Hi, everyone. A few of you probably am a new face too. A few of you I might have seen at events, because I do tend to get to them every now and again. But yeah, I'm Jordan. I'm the marketing executive here at the MIA. I started probably, I don't know, a year and a bit ago. I can't work out exactly how many months, but yeah. So I'm just going to talk to you a bit about how we can assist you in amplifying pretty much anything that you guys do in terms of sort of industry news, and amplify that, use our social media following to help you guys. So obviously the first way to do it is just tag us in anything on social media that you want us to share. Now that unfortunately doesn't include if you're doing a buy one get one free as a promotional offer. I can't quite share that because I'll have Karen chasing me, but any kind of news, we will get that out there. And one thing I will say, obviously we do have a lot of members, so if there is anything, I'll always do my best every morning, jumping on LinkedIn, looking through the notifications to share anything that our members have tagged us in, anything that I've been emailed to amplify. So that's mainly the point that I'm trying to make. If there's anything in particular that you think, I'm going to post this in a couple of weeks or tomorrow, we could really do with a little push, just give me an email, drop me a message on LinkedIn, or drop the membership support guys a message, and we'll get that shared for you. If I'm looking out for it, if I've sort of been notified in advance, again, that will get shared. It's only every now and again if I come on. Any sort of marketing people on the call will appreciate sometimes you come online and there's 50 notifications and a couple do fall through the gaps. But like I say, I always do my best to make sure that they don't. And then going from that, in terms of sharing news itself, if you send your news to either membership support or news@mia-uk.org, that comes to myself and Katie. Katie gets it onto the website, and then I take it from there and share it onto our social channels. So it doesn't have to just be news as well. We've recently putting a couple of blogs up on our blog page on the website. So that is an option as well. I believe there was one from ICC Wales that went up earlier today. So yeah, that's basically what I'm here to say. We're here to help, and me particularly, I'm also here to help. If there's anything that, like I say, you need particular help on, you think, right, okay, we definitely need this pushing, drop me a message on LinkedIn, drop me an email, which is marketing@MAA. I'll drop my email in the chat here. And yeah, that's about everything from me, I would think. Let me just check my little cheat sheet.
Jordan, while you're checking that, one of the things that I suppose it's a very positive thing, but we find that the news page is fairly high on the analytics, isn't it, when we look at it on a monthly basis?
Yes, so that's what I was going to say is to do with analytics. There's a couple of things that I've missed. So the news page is quite often probably within the top 3 most visited pages on our, sometimes it's 1 if we've had a month where, say, we've not had an in-person event and there's been a lot of member news, really sort of important high-level news that's gone on there, that will climb its way to the top. But I'd say it's always within the top 3. But in terms of analytics as well, just to give you guys some data, because I know sort of the numbers are quite a lot in social media. Over last year on LinkedIn alone, we got over just shy of 200,000 organic impressions on there. And like I say, that's organic. It's not paid for. That is just people within the industry trusting us as a reliable source. And also our news flash. So I mentioned earlier, if you send us news, it will find its way obviously onto the website, onto social media. If there's some sort of quite important high level content there's a chance that it'll find its way into our news flash, our monthly newsletter, and that on average has an open rate of about 45% and goes to a database of about 3,500. So there's we can do a lot of help in getting more eyes to see what you guys are doing. It's just communicate with us, let us know, and then I'll do my best to make sure other people know. And that's it from myself. So I think I'm passing back over to Katie, I believe.
Right, thank you, Jordan. That's brilliant. As Jordan said, he's going to put his email address in the chat, so he'll, please take a note of that. I'm going to hand you over back to Kerin now, who's going to talk to you about an event we held last week and then follow on with a few other things that are going on with the MIA at the moment. So over to you, Kerin.
Right, okay, we're going around the houses with the team, so at least it's not the same voice that you're listening to. So is anybody in the virtual room who attended our Connect dinner in Liverpool last week? I've got silence, so I'm assuming.
I did.
Who is that?
Sorry, it's Jessica from Carden.
Jessica, fantastic. Would you like to share your experience with the room?
Oh gosh, I'm not quite sure you need it, do you? It was a
good
fabulous
time.
event, Kerin. Yeah, good time. Really nice catching up with familiar faces, a few new ones in the room, which was great. The networking drinks to begin with were good. So you could cover the room if you were there to look for business, etc. So I find that really, really good. Went through obviously for dinner, loved the way that the agents then maneuver around the tables. That's really good as well. So you've not got the same face in front of you as such. So you have the opportunity to network with the agents. The food was fabulous, obviously. So that was good. Just a really good, well-organized event.
Well, thank you so much for that. And this wasn't planned, by the way. I've just put you on the spot. So thank you very much for that. I too had a really good evening, was able to engage with and speak with lots of our members. And I felt that as a dinner rather than a Connect day, and we've got Justine, who's chair of our task force on the meeting. Hi, Justine. The Connect days are full of education, full of learning, just absolutely full on, which is the way they should be. The Connect dinners may be looking at it thinking, oh, well, it's just a dinner. But there is so much value that can be had from attending that dinner. We actually had feedback that somebody had really learned something. And considering that we didn't have an educational as such, it was deemed a great success. So we just wanted to raise it at the meeting because we haven't done a Connect dinner for quite some time, but we will have them, coming in regularly as part of our event programme. And Julia is going to touch on our next one, so I won't say anything about that moving forward. So thanks again. So yeah, I'm going to just talk to you about a few more things. So just wanted to update you on our peer-to-peer groups. So we have a variety of groups. We've got 9 groups in total. Now, if anybody is on a group and wants to share their experience, then, again, putting nobody on the spot, but please do so. We have our first Stadia group meeting tomorrow at Chelsea Football Club, and that's hosted by Tom, who is the chair. So we're really looking forward to that. We have our first, I say, not group meeting as such, but identity drop-in at International Confex. That's our LGBTQ plus group, which is chaired by Glenn Mainwaring from the Barbican. We are making a lot of positive noise across the industry in regards to students from our student volunteer group. And there are other groups. So all of the takeaways, not the verbatim kind of discussion, but all the takeaways from the various meetings and groups will be on the member platform to take a look at. So make sure, just put a little note in your diary once a month or whatever. Oh, I'll just go and take a look. So they will really be building up. It's all still quite new, so it's bedding in. But I just feel real energy from those groups. And I think they're going to be a real asset to you as members moving forward. And whatever category of member you are, that doesn't mean that you would be excluded from any of the groups. If you wanted to ask a question or understand what those groups are feeling or thinking about a particular thing, then you can do that. So I think that is a really, really great inclusive approach to our peer-to-peer groups. And then just one more thing for me, but I'm going to come back a little later on. Surveys. So everybody loves a survey. Well, surveys are really valuable. What we love more, we as people in our industry, is the information that the surveys give us. It's real information, it's up-to-date information, so that they're very important for us. So we will be very, very soon going out with our quarterly insights survey. So when you get that, please complete it or pass it on to whoever would be able to complete it if it wasn't yourself. So that is coming out. And this report, government love it. It gives them a real kind of feel of the pulse of what's happening across our sector. So, please ensure that you don't park the email, and I know you won't delete the email, but just ensure that when you get it, you act on it. There's a few other surveys out and about at the moment, and we want to support our industry and government. So you will get the news flash in the next couple of days or so. Now, I say to Jordan, half of our database is opening the news flash. It's like, yes. So it's great. So people are looking for this news. They are engaging with it. So it's really important. So we do hope that we get a good response to the surveys that we've put in the news flash. One is from Department for Business and Trade. They've requested that we send this out to our members. So two things really. It's good to know that we've got that engagement with government at that department, and that they are asking us to send this out to our members because they're interested in what our members are saying. So that's one. And the second one is the annual UCAM survey, which has been around for quite some time. And that's the volume and value of our industry. So it's really important that we understand that. But to understand it, there's got to be that robust input. So there's our insights survey. The insights survey will not be in the newsletter. So, that will be coming out soon. UCAMs and Department for Business and Trade. So, please send it off to your colleagues and hopefully they can be completed. So we really get to understand our sector and the opportunity within it. So I think that's all I will say about surveys. And I'm going to hand over to Katie now, and then you can take us on to the next part of the meeting.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you for sharing all of that information. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you over to Julia now, so you don't just keep hearing from me interspersed. So Julia is going to talk to you about our upcoming events and also about our exhibiting opportunities. So over to you, Julia.
Thank you very much, Katie. I will start with talking about the trade shows, and then I will be taking you through the events we will be doing in February and this week, because I don't want to take the whole hour with the whole activity that we're doing this year at MIA. We will start with Confex. This year is on 28th and 29th of February. As usual, we will have a stand, and our AIM accredited partners, our members, will be joining us on the stand. We have a pod left. So if there is anyone who wants to join us on the stand and haven't booked yet, please let us know so we can book that as soon as possible. And we will also have an educational studio on the stand. This studio is being used by our partners on the stand, and also by our trainers, people we work with to put on webinars, industry leaders. And the stand will be basically an educational theater, the one that you usually see, the sessions, the big sessions taking place on. So we will soon be able to see these sessions on our LinkedIn page, on the Confex website. So please come and say hello. If you're interested in the topic, please join the session, because we are very confident that they will provide great value for you and for your organization. Also at Confex, we will have the annual general meeting. The annual general meeting will take place on the second day of Confex, which is the 29th of February in the morning, from 8 to 9 before the show opens. So everyone can have a chance to join and they don't miss anything on the stand. If you're not registered for Confex and you still want to attend on the second day, you can come to the AGM, and what we will do, we will provide free access to the show for the second day only. So how it works, you just need to register for the annual general meeting on our website. You will attend the AGM in the morning. While you're there, you'll also receive your badge. Also, in the joining instructions that we are sending out, we are telling you how to register for Confex to get your badge. You simply need to input a code into the registration page, and then instead of paying the fee, it's basically going to be free of charge for you for the second day. For the meeting show, we will have a stand again with pods and tables. We have 2 pods left and a few tables left as well. Again, the same thing, we'll have an educational theater. So if you are a partner on the stand, you have a priority. So you can have any session that you want. You can also invite guest speakers. Same thing as Confex, this will be treated as an educational theater. So we will see increased promotion from ourselves at MIA and from the meeting show itself. And then I think that's pretty much it for the shows. I will go over and share my screen with you so I can show you your events calendar, and I can give you a few details about the webinars and events that we have going on. Right, so bear with me. Katie, can you please confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. Thanks to you, Leah.
Thank you. So tomorrow we have a menopause in the workplace webinar. This webinar is being organized by HR Solutions, and they will provide a step-by-step guide and focus on how you can implement a menopause policy in your workplace. They also offer the opportunity for you to access a menopause policy free of charge. You just need to basically sign up, and they will send you the policy. And then you can adapt this policy to your workplace or work with them or your HR provider to include elements from the policy in your own one. This webinar is being hosted by HR Solutions. It's not ourselves, but it's still free of charge for MI members. You just need to go on the webpage, sign up. They will send you the link, and as usual, just access with no cost. Also this week, free for the MI members, we have the Instant Book venue user webinar. Some of you might have been joining the previous one that we did on Instant Book. That one was general, so we discussed about Instant Book in general. We looked at how our agencies using it, how our venues using it, a bit of back of house, technical bits. But this time we will fully focus on how can a venue implement Instant Book, any challenges, any issues that they are facing. So if you are from a venue, please don't delay and book your place. It's free. It's 1 hour, but we will learn a lot on this one. And also on the same day, but later in the afternoon, we will have the apprenticeships, the key to upskilling and developing the events industry webinar, where we will discuss all things apprenticeships, why we should look into those, and the benefits for the organization and for the overall events industry. And that will be it for February. Sorry, for January, but in February our calendar is full again. The first webinar is with Melanie Cash. For this one, we have 3 places left, getting the best from your event sales team. Then we will have a proactive event sales webinar, which is in a very high demand. I think this is the 3rd time or 4th time that we are doing this webinar in the last 6 months. This one is fully booked, but we open a waiting list. So if you are interested in this webinar and you think it would benefit your team, you can sign up on the waiting list and we will arrange with Melanie the next date and we will get in touch with you as soon as possible so you can sign up. We already discussed about Confex. The only thing that I haven't mentioned about Confex is the MIA Connect dinner, which will take place on the first day of Confex, on the 28th. So in the evening, we will head to Victory Services Club in London. It will be the same thing as Karen mentioned that we just did in Liverpool last week. Dinner where we connect the agencies with suppliers and venues. If you head over to the event webpage, you will also be able to see the agencies that are attending this dinner. This page is being updated as more agencies are being added. So please keep an eye on it and you can see who's attending so you can connect with them at the event. And the cost for this event is £125 VAT for members. That's it for February. A lot of activity in March. And also just quickly, I want to mention that the next Full Connect Day, so that's the conference where we discuss the industry most important topics. And we also have the networking aspect with the agencies, will be on the 11th of April. So 11th of April from 9 to 5 at Radisson Blu, East Midlands Airport. And people who are joining, who are registering, also have access to register for the evening, the dinner the evening prior, so they can network with the attending agents. And for this Connect Day, we are still running early bird discount. I think it's until the end of February. So please feel free to register now to save something on the ticket. I think that's pretty much it from me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to raise your hand or pop the question in the chat. And yeah, I'm very happy to answer anything that you might have related to events and webinars.
Julia, I've got a question. It's just
Yes,
about
please.
the Connect dinners. So firstly, just some feedback. I didn't go to the Liverpool one myself, but my colleague Sarah did. And she rang me the next morning and said how brilliant it was. And the format was really good. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing one of those again. But my question is, you have a lot of really great agents who attend. Are you planning on engaging with corporate event planners or associations in the future to widen that network?
We are already engaging with some corporate planners, but I will leave Karen discuss this question because I'm sure she has something in the planning on this topic.
Okay, thanks.
So the model that we have now, Amy, works, and we've got circa 350, 400 agents on our database now. A part of that list, there are some PCO organisations, and I think just from my past experience, a PCO and an association planner, it is slightly different in terms of what they may be focused on or interested in. So it's something that we are looking at. You know, I mentioned international shows. So at those international shows, we'll want to engage with those international PCOs and association buyers. But it's another conversation. So it's yes, but for the Connect dinner in London, we'll go with the same model. And I was just doing a very quick calculation there. So investing in our marketing and our relationship development is quite significant for all of our organizations in this industry. So with our 20 agents plus that attend our events, you're looking at £6.25 per agent. And I think that's not bad value for money with an investment to attend a dinner. So yeah, so great value in terms of what we offer on many levels. So something to consider. And we'll evolve the dinners. Feedback is great. And thank you, Amy, for giving that positive feedback.
Yeah, thanks, Karen.
Okay, we're going to stick with Karen now. Karen's just going to talk a bit about some member benefits. So over to you, Karen.
Thanks, Katie. I just wanted to emphasize the fact that the value of being a member of the MIA is quite significant. You know, I mean, do all of your marketing people know Jordan? You know, are you getting the benefits that Jordan alone has mentioned, let alone what Yulia's mentioned, let alone what Katie's mentioned in regards to meetings intelligence? There is so much. And when you think about all of that, the reason to be is that we are the accreditation association. So to go through the process to become a member of the MIA, you know, it is a great feat in itself. So you're able to use that badge and promote and market it. But think about all the extra things that you can get as part of your membership. And sometimes I think a reminder is good, because we don't take advantage of something that is given no extra cost on many levels. So I just urge you all to revisit the member portal, which is where the toolkit is. And there's so much on the toolkit, and time's been taken in evolving that, you know, to make it right. If there's anything that is missing from there and you think, well, I would really like to know about a particular subject, we may well be able to answer that question for you and evolve and develop the toolkit, because the toolkit is there for you, and it's a snapshot of all the things that you get as part of membership. So please take a look. Really, really, really valuable, I feel. Jordan's mentioned sharing your blogs. That there's another thing that we offer, and again, look at the website, it's spotlights. So it's spotlights on the website. That's a small fee, but if you want that spotlight for your venue or for an individual within your organization, then have a conversation with us. And if there's anything, and I always say this, you know, when our members say we want to get involved and help, which is fantastic for me, because what we are doing is we're creating a community here, a community where we help and support each other to ensure that business events across the UK are the best they can be within the UK, and for people looking to bring their events to various parts in the world. So if there's something that you feel you want to get involved in, or that we could be doing, then get in touch. Yeah, we're here. We always have somebody at the end of the phone, and you know, email us, and you could always, you know, drop me an email as well. So I think I've said enough. And if anybody has any questions at all on you know, anything about membership, then you know, you don't want to ask the question now, then as I say, send us an email or put it in the chat. So thanks everybody for your continued support, and rest assured that you will always have our support in whatever we do. Over
Okay,
to you,
well-
Katie.
Okay, well, we've given you a lot of information today. As I said at the start of the call is being recorded, and you will actually be able to find a recording of the call in our toolkit. And we're now recording all of the free webinars that we're hosting are being recorded, and they will also go into the toolkit as well. So if there's a webinar, like if the Instant Book one, you can't make it, if you look in a few days' time, you should see that webinar available so you can revisit those. Has anybody got any questions that they'd like to put to a member of the team, or maybe another member? No? No questions?
Katie, sorry,
yeah.
me again.
That's okay.
What's the cost associated with the AIM Higher accreditation?
We're reviewing the cost at the moment, so that will form part of the campaign. Karen's got her hand up, so
It's £1,500 plus VAT.
Okay, thank you.
And there's a lot in there, so more than happy to have a conversation about that.
Right, I'll have a look at it. Thank you.
okay. Any other questions? No. Okay, well, I'd like to thank you all very much for joining us this afternoon. It's been lovely to see so many faces. Hopefully, you'll be able to join us at the next one. I'm not sure whether we'll actually hold an miaMeets at the end of February, because we obviously will be at Confec. So it'd be sort of nice that you'll be able to come and talk to us in person. So there's more likely to be one in March, and hopefully we'll have some guest speakers as well. If there's any particular speakers that you think would fit in with our miaMeets session format, please let us know, because we're always looking for content that obviously gives you value. But in the meantime, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, thanks.
Thank you.